Hi, good morning. Welcome to Python tutorial class. My name is P. Satish Kumar, working as assistant professor in Chalapati Institute of Technology, that is Chalapati Institute of Engineering and Technology in LAM. So here, in this session, we will going to see the conditional execution statements in the Python. Okay. So what are the conditional execution statements in the Python? So there are some situations where an action performed which is based on the condition. So this is called known as conditional execution. Okay. For example, if you go you are on the bike, you are traveling from Guntur to Vijayawada. Then if while you are on the path, then there is a Y junction. So you need to take the decision whether you go to left or whether you go to right. So in the same way, in the program, so the control of the program needs to take the decision to go to execute the set of statements and to do not execute the set of statements. Okay, so that is the thing. So at that purpose, this particular conditional execution statements will be used. Here there are various conditional constructs are implemented by using these particular statements. In the Python, we have if statement and we have if else statement, we have chained else statement. So chained statement is nothing but else if. Okay, we can it also called as elif. Next, the nested statements, so that is nothing but nested if else statements. Okay, so we will see one by one. Okay, so here the first one is if statement. So this particular if statement is very similar to the control statements, that is which we have learned in the C language. So here look at this. So the if statement is a decision making statement, that is it is used to control the flow of execution of the statements. So flow of execution of the statements which is present in the program. Okay, and also use it to test logically whether the condition is true or false. So that is about if statement. So if you look at the control flow chart, okay, flow chart that is present in this particular slide. So the control moves from the beginning. So if you look at the flow chart, so the control starts from the beginning, and there is a condition occur. So the particular condition is represented by a diagonal in the particular flow chart. So if the condition is true, then it has to execute the following statements. So that is the conditional code, it has to be executed. So if the condition is false, then it does not need to execute any statements. It simply exit from the it simply skips the particular conditional code which is present in the if block. Okay, so that is about the if statement. So now that is about logical part. Now we will see the syntax. Okay, so how to write if statement in the Python program. Okay, so we get this. So if space text expression, so this particular text expression uh, is nothing but the condition which we have to check. For example, so I want to read the number from the user, and I want to tell that that number is whether present in the range or not. So that condition is to be specified here. So after that, if the condition is true, then a set of statements need to be executed. So that statement is called the body of the if. Okay, so here, so we have to clearly observe two things. So one is, so after the condition, that is test expression, so there is a colon is there. So you must and should place the colon while you're writing the if statement in the Python. So after the colon, so there is no need of writing curly braces. In the C language, we are used to write the curly braces in order to in order to write if statement. So a set of statements is there, then the set of statements will be written in that particular block. Okay, so here there is no not such kind of blocks are there. So here the whatever the statement which is written under the if statement is comes under this particular block. So the main the simple rule is, so you have to write with proper indentation. So what is meant by indentation? So you have to give some space from the starting. So if you look at this particular one, so if is started at the first and foremost place, so in the next, that is statements, so here after the if, so we will giving some spaces, so this is called indentation. Okay, so generally in the Python we use a space as an indentation, or we can also use a tab as an indentation. So by default a tab means it is equal to the 4 spaces. Okay, so if you want to write more than one statement in the if block, then you have to write all the statement with the proper indentation. That means you have to give all the statements with equal spaces. So whether you can use the tab or whether you can use the simply white spaces, so you need to see proper indentation. Okay, next coming to the example of the if. So this is the example program. So here in this particular thing, I need to consider I need to read an input from the user, that is, so I'm asking the user enter the number. So if the enter so the user will given the number, so that number will be assigned to I. Next if the I is less than or equal to 10, this is the condition what we are talking about. So this is the text expression what we are talking about. Next if is the keyword. Next I less than or equal to 10, so I less than or equal to, that is the test expression. Next after that, so we have to write the colon. Okay, so here the braces, so I less than or equal to 10 is placed in that particular braces. So this particular braces is optional, so whether you can put the braces or we can easily eliminate the braces. As a professional programmers, you need to eliminate the braces. Okay, so after the colon, so there is only one statement that is present in the body of the if, that is print. So print statement. Okay, so the print means condition is true. Okay, so condition is true. So if you entered a 5, then it will shows condition is true. If you entered 15, then it shows the condition is false. So it does not show anything, not exactly that means the condition is false. Okay, so here in the Python in this program we have two functions, that is input function and print function. So the print function is very similar to the printf functions which we have studied in the C language. Okay, so the printf will print the whatever the string that is present in the double quotes. In the same way here in the Python also whatever you want to display on the output screen, you have to place it on the output in the double quotes. Okay, so we have another option that is called, we can also use a single quotes, but so you can use both double quotes or you can use both single quotes, but not mix up. So let us you can start with single quote and ends with the double quotes. This is illegal. Okay, you can either use the both starting and ending as a double quotes or starting and ending as a single quotes. Next coming to the second function which is present here uh, here the input function. So this particular input function is used to read the input from the user by using the keyboard. So this is the, so since the Python is an object oriented language, so everything is depends upon the object. In the Python we are dealing everything with the functions. So in order to read the input from the user, so here we will use the input function. Okay, so here after int of means, here we were using typecasting. By default input function, whatever the thing that is entered by the user, the input function considered it as a string. We need to convert that particular string into integer data type. That's why, so we are placing the int of input of enter the number. So this is this is what exactly I am saying. Okay, next we are going to see the next control statement, that is if else, sorry, conditional statements, that is if else. Here if else statement, so this is the extension to the if else. If the condition is we already see the if condition, if the condition is true, a set of statements has to be executed. if the condition is also false, then another set of statements has to be executed. For the in that case, we will use this particular conditional statements. Here, the if else statement is called alternative execution. Alternative path. The program is not going to be exit from the exit, so it will choose the alternate path. So here, in which there are two possibilities are there, and the condition determination, which one gets executed. Okay, so here if you see the control flow diagram, so the control flow starts with from starting, and it will come to the test expression. The test expression is nothing but the condition. If the condition is true, then the body of the if will be executed. If the condition is false, then the body of the else will be executed. Okay, so here please see the syntax that we have to follow while writing the program in the Python. Here, if is the keyword, next followed by the test expression. The text expression is nothing but the condition. Next we have to write the colon. So the colon is the must and should one. Okay, so after that colon, so we will write the body of the if statement. So the body of the if statement may contain more than one statements. Okay, if more than one statements are present in that particular if, so you need to follow proper indentation. Okay, so after that we need to write else part. So here also, like I mentioned earlier, so after writing else, here else is also a keyword in the Python. So after writing else, so there is no concept of writing braces. So instead of braces, we will use colon. So else colon. After that, the body of the else will be written. The body of the else will contain one statement or more than one statement. If it contain more than one statement or one statement or a single statement, it should be properly indented. So the indentation is the most important thing while you are writing a program in the Python. Okay, next coming to the example of if else. So here the program is, it is a very simple program, that is we want to take user input, that is a number, and we will show whether it is even or odd. So for that purpose, so these are the very simple three lines. So this is the main feature of the Python. So the source code is very simple compared to the other language. That's why it is more popular. Okay, so here I want to read the number. For that purpose, I am writing the code, that is number equal to int of input of enter the number. So whatever the number that is written from the keyboard, it is assigned to the number variable. Here number is the variable. Next we will write the we will checking the condition whether that particular number is even or odd. So the logic is what, whether if you want to find out whether the number is even or odd, it should be thoroughly divided by 2. Yes or no? That's why. So the remainder has to be 0. So if you divide that particular number with the 2, the remainder has to be 0. That's why. So here I am writing the logic if of condition. So the condition is number percentage 2. So here the percentage operator means the modulo division. So the modulo division operation will return the remainder. Okay, so the remainder that is equal to 0. Okay, so next so if that particular condition is true, what we have to print, I have to print that is a given number is even. So that particular statement is written in the print function. So else if the condition is false, we have to display the user the given number is odd. So that statement is written in the else block. So please remember this one. So here the print is the function, and if and else are the keywords of the function, and a number is the variable of the Python, and number percentage of 2 double equal to 0 is nothing but the condition. Okay, next this is also one of the example. Here we will write we have to find out the distinction. Okay, so distinction student. So if the marks is greater than distinction marks, we will print the message user secure distinction, or user does not secure distinction. So we will write the marks, we will read the marks from the user, and we will compare that particular marks with the distinction marks. The distinction marks is 75. So if the condition is true, then the if block will be executed, that is print of user secure distinction. If the condition is false, then you have to print that that is user did not secure the distinction. Okay, so thank you all. In the next session we will go discuss the remaining concept.